All right.
All right.
We did it.
We got through it. Thanks for bearing with us this week, everybody. It's been a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm real tired.
Yeah.
But
I am wearing shorts, though.
Yeah.
Someone was like, is Graham wearing anything? It's like, no, I'm not going to just sit here nude.
I mean, that's a hostile work environment. Somebody else has to sit on that chair, you know?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, apart from anything else, like, apart from just, like, respect for, you know, the people I work with.
And sanitary standards.
I'm also not going to get, like, one potential camera slip up away from hanging dong on our Twitch page.
Is this the last week of streams?
Ever. No. Well, so the when we move, which will be pretty soon, physical spaces like this are going to take a little while to spin up. But the first place we're going to make sure is up and running is the game streaming office. So ideally, we'll have as little downtime of game streams as possible.
I believe the current schedule is we'll go the crapshoot on Friday will be the last stream from here, and that's just going to be a writing only crapshoot. And then the next stream will be the 9 o'clock on Wednesday. Will be the first stream in the new location.
That's an aggressive timeline.
It is, but we'll see.
I would predict 18 games and counting on the Thursday morning was the first one, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
And then there will be, speaking of streaming, I think there will be some slight shifting around of like streaming stuff. Like there may be some irregularities in the streaming schedule in the first like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
While we're coming back, because I think Graham is going to be trying to take some time to really focus on things
getting
like
the other physical sets set up and things like that.
So it'll be a bit weird. Yeah, there's going to be no AFK
this week. Yeah.
We've actually already packed all our board games and stuff. And it's like, yeah. Like, this room looks fine, but and that's why it's going to be a writing only crapshoot, because the rest of the office is just like piles of boxes.
How is Echo Moonbase? Moonbase Mark V, because Omega says last time we saw it, it was more hole than building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can probably post a more recent picture. It's going well.
Oh, apparently the pink manuscript drops from the normal loot boxes? Oh, well, I didn't know that. I don't even play this stupid fucking game.
Hey.
Who cares?
Does it? I was sure that it wasn't.
Just cut that from the episode. Problem solved.
Oh, well. Why the move? Didn't you guys just move to this one? Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Okay. TLDR. We signed a lease with the people who own the building. And a year into our lease, they were like, surprise, we're selling the building. And then there was 6 months of awful limbo. And then new people bought the building. And they're like, but could you not be here? And we're like, yeah, but we have a lease. And they're like, but no.
Well, that's to be clear. I don't want to give people the wrong idea. They're not allowed to break the lease, and they did not break the lease. They just we would have had to like move within the building, and it was stupid. And we decided it would be easier just to get out of the building, and which, by the way, the lease wrapped up in December anyway. So it's like,
and they weren't going to renew it, so we were going to have to move in 6 months.
So sooner than later. So anyway. The game says you can get it from normal boxes. Oh, well, it's fine.
Well, then just cut that story, because it's all wrong now.
No. It's great. The story's awesome.
Yeah, except people are going to be like, you don't know how PUBG works. Because they'll get all hung up on that.
Well, we'll figure something out.
I wonder if I could just rewrite it. But no, because the whole thing is if you're buying premium items that look like the shitty thing, here's what premium items should look like.
We'll deal with it after.
Ugh, it's just so frustrating.
We'll deal with it after. It's okay. Now, other stuff. Paul, you going to join us?
Yes.
No, the most expensive item is the PlayerUnknown the Player Unknown crate, but that's always been the most expensive item. It was like, is it still over $1,000 for that?
I think people are asking over $1,000 for it.
Yeah.
There's no. See, there's a difference between what people are asking for and what people are buying for.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Itagaki Street, aka Fortune Street.
Yeah.
I say Fortune Street, which having been released here once, they've been making these games since 1991 on the Famicom, and is by the same designer as Dragon Quest, which is why the Dragon Quest characters are in it. It's basically like Mario Party, but with Dragon Quest. But then they've had other sort of like guest crossovers through it. And Fortune Street, which was the one released in anywhere other than Japan, was the one for Wii from 2011, which also had Mario characters in it. So, hoping to see this one. Yeah, I'd never heard of them either, even though one was released in North America with Mario characters. So it's the 30th anniversary of the franchise, this Dragon Quest Final Fantasy mashup, and I'm interested to see it. So, Mario Party, but plus gameplay minus bullshit. I believe you. It's Mario. It's Monopoly with stocks. Cool. Neato. I just remember playing Top Shop
You want?
for PS2. Can you shift over a little bit?
Hello.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't have like the little mini game things that Mario Party has.
Corvus, I understand we are not all of us. So
What's
when
going
you
on?
well, just someone was like, didn't you guys play Fortune Street? Maybe.
Maybe
Did they play was Fortune Street played on this channel? I believe you. I don't actually remember every single thing that was played on CTS. So, it's the 30th anniversary of the franchise, and most of the world is going, "Who is you?" Pretty much, yeah. Beach did. Okay, that makes more
Okay,
sense.
that seems like his jam.
Yeah. $400 for a skirt. There's two skirts. There's a purple skirt and a pleated skirt, and they're going for $437 and like $400.
So Homunculus has been like sneaking around my Twitter profile. Says, "Huh, Kathleen follows drill magic. Didn't expect that to be your jam, but I guess you learn something new every day." Drill magic is classic drill tweets and magic cards. That is exactly my jam.
It's really funny, honestly.
Yeah.
And doesn't exactly as an insect. It doesn't even have pockets.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I say it's
the rarest item in the crates. Yeah.
considering that people often do go around not wearing any pants. Mm-hmm. It's weird that like, because like the skirt that's part of the like whatever suit that you get is like a super short skirt, and it just seems for some reason it seems like even less practical than not wearing any pants at all.
Mm-hmm. What was the third one? Oh, right, AI in Skyrim, pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. That like I said, that mod is out. It's on Steam under the name Social NPCs. If you want to try it and see what happens, they said what was interesting. The article I was reading was that in the original AI architecture experiments at Santa Cruz in 2012, every agent in the AI was aware of all other agents, whereas in the Skyrim thing, they're only aware of like what happens, like they don't have perfect information. Is the point, right? So like you can.
They're only aware of what they should be aware
of what a person should be aware of, as opposed to everything. So you can be like so and so said this, and they won't be like, no, I'm aware that that's not true. They'll.
But the
they'll
idea
be like,
that
interesting.
That the NPCs can
only aware of what they observe. Thank you. Yes.
The idea that the NPCs can sort of have lives of their own like going around and like having relationships between each other when you're not there, right? Mm-hmm. And then as you interact with them, the relationships that they have built up between each other will have some impact on how they react to you. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Other news, there's the Splatfest thing, which is really funny. It's almost certainly because Team Ketchup had so many like players that, that.
Yeah, they haven't talked about how like there's apparently some speculation as to how the actual, how the scoring works, because they've been a little tight-lipped about it.
Right.
Like, if Ketchup is fighting Ketchup, is that a plus and a minus for Ketchup? Because Ketchup won and also Ketchup lost.
So it's just like no points.
That's a good point. That's interesting. And also, yeah, gross. I don't know what they were thinking. Also, because it's Japanese mayo, as Paul was pointing out. It's Japanese style mayonnaise, so it's the slightly yellow off-white. Which even if you ignore the fact that it looks like jizz, if you're going at it just from looking at it as mayonnaise, it looks like off mayonnaise.
Really nasty mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It's all just terrible.
Yeah. And then, Grimoire. Man, boy, oh boy, this game looks like... It actually looks like kind of a slog. I mean, which is,
I got bored watching
era.
The trailer.
It's of the era, right? It's a very, this game does not look like it has... It doesn't look like one of those things that's retro, but with the quality of life improvements of today. It's 4:3 for one thing, right? It's not widescreen. It's the first person, you click and
1024 by 768.
Yeah. It's a heck of a thing. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And then reading the Steam forums this developer really seems like a real jerk, but I guess that doesn't necessarily affect the game.
No, I mean...
But actually,
there's lots of games that the developers are not nice people. Though.
So I actually, we were talking about this, and I was like, he seems like kind of an egotistical jackass. And Paul was like, well, if he wasn't, at some point in these 20 years, he might have listened when someone was like, hey, don't, So it's that's it. He's the kind of person who would spend 20 years developing this game. So.
Yeah, when you do the Indiegogo for $250,000 and get 10,
yeah,
it's a sign.
That's a bad sign, especially he did it on the variable funding thing. Mm-hmm. So theoretically, you're still on the hook to whatever 100 people or 200 people.
Yeah.
For the game, even though you only made 10 out of the 250.
I mean, they got it. There's updates on. There's updates from pretty recent on the Indiegogo being like, all right, anyone who backed at this level should have their Steam keys. And it's okay. Managing the campaign well, at least.
I feel like if you back the game, hopefully it is what you were... I mean, it seems from the Indiegogo page, that is a nice thing. If you look at the Indiegogo page and various promotional things, makes no bones about what you're getting, right? It's not like he advertised it as being this super fancy 3D game and this is what you got.
Yeah.
On the Indiegogo page, it has features that I'm currently working on. 1024 by 768. Done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's the Tacoma coming up, which I don't want to discuss too much because spoilers, but apparently there is an alternate way to beat the game.
It's the Far Cry thing. If you saw Graham and I's playthrough of Far Cry, you can do Far Cry 4. You can beat by just sort of hanging out at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And same thing. Apparently they were thinking in Tacoma. They were thinking of making an achievement for beating it in the other way, but then they decided that would be kind of a troll move to make people just idle for 9 hours to get an achievement.
Yeah. The VR game Moss.
Oh yeah.
Starring Quill, the little mouse.
Adorable little mouse.
It's a little mouse that can't talk, and so
Because he's a mouse.
Yeah, and so does charades and sort of dances around and makes gestures to sort of tell you what you have to do to beat the puzzles. And the animator was playing around, like the designer who also does animation was playing around with like, I wonder if we should like have Quill do like some amount of actual sign language, and posted just a really short animation test of the mouse doing sign language, and people were like, "This is amazing!" And so they're like, "Okay, great, it's in. We're doing it." So they're
Food.
gonna talk
Water.
gonna talk sign language.
So, well, it's apparently they're gonna, because of course a lot of the people watching the game or
Aren't
playing the
gonna
game
know sign
won't,
language.
won't know sign language.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of signs are relatively self-explanatory.
Down.
yeah,
And so I think it's sort of a combination of signing and sort of charades and gestures.
and it's not gonna
stuff.
be like a lot, right? Like it's not like
Like it's not gonna be one of those.
yeah. Well, it's not gonna be like that Quill only talks in signs or that it's rammed full of it, but there's a lot of opportunity to put it in there, and so they're going to do that based on the like overwhelmingly positive response.
And also you can figure out contextually what some of his sign language will mean if it's like done well in the game. Like you'll see him doing something and you'll be like, what does that mean? And then you'll figure out what he's trying to tell you. Once you figure out the puzzle, and then when you see it again, it'll make the communication better, right? So that's exciting.
Yep.
I like that he was talking about how he was like, maybe we can
Thank
put
you.
this into the game,
Please. Sorry.
but nobody at the office knows
Yeah.
sign language, and including him. Like he didn't actually know sign language. He just, looked at videos and information about it. And so he basically like he put it up on Twitter because he was like, does this actually make sense?
He's like, does this work for you?
Yeah, to people who actually know sign language, and
And-
apparently it does.
And Quill is a she.
How cool is she?
Yeah.
I like that you're playing along with this mouse who can't talk because it's a mouse.
Yeah. Still can use a sword and wears a scarf, but
Yeah. Everything else is exactly what mice do.
yeah.
But
Yeah, and maybe some people will indirectly learn sign language. That'd be cool. Oh, yeah. So you remember for Destiny, how they had that marketing thing with Red Bull?
Yes, I remember you had to get some special Red Bull that you never drank.
Correct.
do you
Well,
still have it?
I think Alex drank it.
I think I think I drank it. But now they've announced that Destiny 2 will have a partnership with Rockstar,
Oh my god, they've moved down the energy drink train. What will become of Destiny 2?
but they also have a partnership with Pop-Tarts.
Wow.
You can there's an XP boost in every box.
Are we going to have to buy Pop-Tarts?
No.
Can we have to buy the chocolate kind with the chocolate frosting? They're really good. Okay, they're really bad, but I really like them. Like, I like them from...
Do we have to buy Pop-Tarts? Do we have to buy the kind with the frosting?
The kind that I love.
The worst. Those are the worst.
They're so bad for you, I want to eat them.
The U.S. partnership with Pop-Tarts will fuel players' Destiny 2 gaming experience by offering XP Boost free with purchase of specially marked packages of Pop-Tarts. In addition to this limited offer, Pop-Tarts will feature custom-designed collectible packs, highlighting each Guardian subclass. Look for these special packs of 8 and 12-count varieties to hit store shelves in September.
Myrna says Pop-Tart ghost skins. Your ghost is just a fucking spinning Pop-Tart.
Or just like we need to go do the like old school remember like original Duke Nukem, not Duke Nukem 3D, but like Duke Nukem and like Commander Keen and stuff. Were just like Pepsi and Coke bottles were just collectibles in the game.
Yeah.
Like, just straight up. This should be just like a rotating Pop-Tart.
People have
And
some
you just
very
pick it up.
intense opinions about Pop-Tarts. I'm with like the people who want chocolate and s'mores. Somebody said strawberry frosted or Riot.
Interesting.
I love that in Starbucks now, like right by the counter where they have the sort of various fancy things. There's like
Artisanal tarts.
it's like something tart. It's like they have got like a whole thing. And it's like something with organic whatever, and it's clearly just a Pop-Tart.
There's a coffee shop in Oak Bay, Paul, that you should go to if you ever find yourself at your parents' house. because it's not very far from your parents' house. It's just on Oak Bay Avenue. And they do like artisanal homemade Pop-Tarts with like flaky pastry and filled with like jam and like homemade frosting, and they're delicious.
It's called Hide and Seek. It's in the old hardware store.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Can I get by a show of global emote, by a show of hey guys in chat, how many people have just had a time where they're like, fuck it, and eaten Pop-Tarts untoasted?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Who toasts a Pop-Tart, really?
I've only eaten Pop-Tarts once, and it was untoasted.
yeah. Oh, there you go. I'm just sort of curious.
It was at a...
There's the emote. Yeah.
Yeah, we were...
Yeah. All right. Lots of folks then. Okay.
Yeah, man, like, who toasts a Pop-Tart?
You can toast Pop-Tarts? Wow.
I was at like a...
All right. Good.
I was on vacation or something. Like I was at like a hotel, so I didn't have a toaster.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're supposed to toast them?
Yeah, lots of people are like, who fucking toasts a Pop-Tart?
Doesn't the stuff on top of the Pop-Tart like
Get melty?
get melty
No.
in
Yeah.
your toaster?
It gets gooey and nice. Yeah.
Sort
But
of.
doesn't it mess up your toaster?
No.
No?
The frosting's designed. Somehow they've done it that the frosting stays to the thing.
Chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good for
Not nearly as amazing as the microwavable KD. Have you seen that? It's nuts. You don't have to drain it.
Oh, that's it.
You get like a cup, and it's got the noodles and some sort of powder, and you fill it up to the line with water, and you put it in the microwave, and then you take it out and you stir it, and then you add the cheese mix. And it says on the side, like, do not drain.
Wait, so there's powder that isn't the cheese mix in it?
Correct. Some sort of starchy thing.
Weird.
easy
It's
mac.
basically magic.
Yeah. I do like that somebody came along and was like, craft dinner,
Yeah.
too complicated.
Yeah.
There's a window here
Yeah.
for we can make craft dinner simpler.
Well, because sometimes you don't want an entire box of craft dinner. Sometimes you want one portion of craft dinner.
That's a box as far as I'm concerned.
I put it forward that a box of craft dinner is one portion. But, there we are.
Though it's been a while
Craft
since
dinner is
it's
what
been a while since
Canadians
university.
call Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yep.
Wow, the Destiny 2 themed cans of Rockstar will have different flavors. Original, punched, and zero carb. And then in Canada, it's original, punched, and burner. And in the UK, it's original, punched guava, and X-Durance.
Isn't zero carb just another word for diet?
No, diet still has carbs. It's like Coke, Diet Coke, and Coke Zero.
Coke Zero and Diet Coke both have no aspartame and artificial sweeteners to make it, so they have no carbohydrates.
I thought there were still carbs in Diet Coke. It was just less.
Nope. Diet Coke is usually 0 calorie.
Coke Zero is sucralose, I think.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
aspartame.
So it's supposed to be better for you. I actually quite liked Coke Zero because, if I had to go for a soda,
Hey, if anyone from the UK is watching,
Coke Zero definitely tastes better than regular
Diet
than
Coke.
Diet Coke.
let me know
although I
what
think Coke Zero just got
flavor
discontinued.
X-Durance
Really?
tastes like. Which one?
Rockstar X Durance smells like waffle, says Darren.
Coke
Whoa.
Zero got discontinued?
I thought I heard that. Coke Zero doesn't exist anymore. They're changing the name to Coke Zero Sugar.
Oh, but it's the same thing.
Why? Okay, it's an interesting rebrand.
Yeah, Coke Zero tastes more like Coke than Diet Coke. That's
Yeah,
well, it's
Diet
'cause
Coke is foul.
well, Diet Coke is a different recipe. It's based on the new Coke recipe.
Yes.
Yeah, Diet Coke is awful.
I don't know. I'm highly suspicious of. I always think about Coke Zero because it's like. It's because you look the whole thing with is you look at the nutritional information. It's like 0.00000, right? And it's like, okay, clearly there's stuff in this.
Graham, blueberry, pomegranate, and acai berry.
Acacia? I don't know. What's that?
But it's like Coke Zero. It's like clearly there's stuff in Coke Zero
Yeah.
because it's Coke Zero. Like
Yeah.
it tastes basically like Coke or similar.
Yeah.
And it's
Similar
all this stuff in it.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if it's just it's not so much that it's diet or whatever. It's just they found stuff that they don't measure yet to put in it.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, it's really weird reading this stuff about the Pop-Tarts thing on Business Wire because it's all this very Bungie and Activision Publishing Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Activision Blizzard Inc., NASDAQ ATVI, announced Destiny 2's 2017 partnership with global brand Rockstar Energy Drink, as well as Pop-Tarts Toaster Pastries. Partnering brands will feature their own custom-tailored offers to celebrate the September 6th launch of Destiny 2. It's like the most... It's just the driest description of everything. Dry like an untoasted Pop-Tart. Hey-oh!
Callbacks.
Yeah, that's...
They're not
For no
dry.
reason.
No, I know.
I'm so hungry though. So let's welcome our subs.
Yeah, I've got no more news. So.
No, neither do I.
Nothing interesting else has happened.
No
ever.
other things happen. All right. Let's welcome the subs. This just turned into a full-on
Alright.
yawn and stretch.
Wait, I may not be able to do this if
Goodbye.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi.
Ow! I just hit my foot on the chair.
Oh, gotta go back to the desk.
Let's just quickly check. I
think the Wi-Fi is...
We've been having some Wi-Fi issues.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be fixing that when we move, too.
Yeah.
Like a big old noper.
All right.
All right.
I mean, things are going to be different anyway. I hope they'll be better.
Kathleen just hit her foot on the lower third. The Wi-Fi's.
Okay. Let's do this thing. By this thing, I mean sub-welcomes.
Hey, Zyme86, thanks for subscribing. Currently working on my BSN, and you are what has kept me sane in this crazy schedule. Your unceasing positivism is always a good way to unload over a 6-hour blitz studying session. Thank you again, and keep on keeping on. Thank you, Zyme86, for 37 months.
Wow. That's so many words. That was great.
That is not actually who should be there.
That should not be there either. Well, thank you anyway.
1 sec. Let's try this again. Hey.
D-Links. A new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, D-Links.
Thandres for 6 months. Thanks, Thandres.
Agent Magic Master with a 43-month resub. 43 months. It's a long time, I think.
That is a long time.
It is. Thank you.
Whedon Project for 10 months says, congratulations on finding a new moon base. You and me both are relieved.
Angor 33 with a 44-month resub. New Moonbase hype? Yes, new Moonbase hype.
Kohai Mathy for 6 months says, I only just learned of Graham's vlog channel. Oh my word, so much Graham to catch up on. Smiley
Yay!
face.
Thank you, Kohai Matthew. Blue Mechanic with a 38-month resub. Welcome back, Blue Mechanic.
Arak for 44 months says, 44 months, that's 4 11s.
And that's terrible. Mercano 82 with a 43-month resub. New Moonbase equals new season of Magnum Rewatch. That's how that works, right? Right, Kappa Beach. I mean, maybe.
Big Evil Dan is a new subscriber.
Woo! Moose-filled cat, 34-month resub. 34 months. Holy F, that's a long time, and it is, and we thank you.
Yes. Twinklebees for 17 months says, I hope you're having a good day. We're having a tired day.
Ashen Prime with a 4-month resub. Oh, hey, I figured out how this box...
Ambitious Sloth for 2 months says, 2 months, that's the closest I've ever been to subscribing for 1 month.
Yeah. Mangled Pixel with a 47-month resub. The number 47 frequently appears in Star Trek. That is from the influence of one of the writers who attended Pomona College, California, where the number 47 has been an in-joke since a proof was published there that demonstrated all numbers in fact equal 47. Huh.
Peter 200LX for 11 months. Welcome, Checkpoint.
Primal Madness with a 7-month resub. Congrats on the move. Kathleen, thoughts on the Catmander spoilers?
We'll get to them. Rytel for 15 months says, mildly strewn about bubble wrap hype.
Booster 6, 15-month resub. Good luck with the move. Thank you, Booster 6.
Space Carl for 20 months says, one more time. Best of luck with the move.
Woo, it's a song now. To Crow 7 with a 7-month resub. Thanks for the content. You're welcome.
Zorak TG is a new subscriber.
Welcome, Zorak. Comrade Josie, 11-month resub. Can't wait for the new set.
Neither
Us
can we.
too.
Under Toast for 5 months says, the Dutch a game. Let ancient lore memes never die.
Gaspo the dog with an 11-month resub. Missed most of Checkpoint because I was pinned down by Spicy Boys. Congratulations.
Ducky BB is a new subscriber. Thank you, Ducky BB.
Gidgetimer 2, a new sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you.
Hey, Zyme86 for 37 months. Currently working on my BSN, and you lot are what has kept me sane in this crazy schedule. Your unceasing positivism is a good way to unload over a 6-hour blitz study session. Thank you again, and keep on keeping on.
Why does that sound familiar? Radical Anns with a 2-month resub. Pants are for suckers. Hashtag no pants 2K17.
Estana is a new subscriber.
Lance Cross, 43-month resub. Welcome back, Lance.
Wow.
Thank you.
British Redcap for 6 months says, speaking of moving, I'm moving into a new apartment today myself. Hopefully both our moves go well. Go swell. Yes, good luck.
Black Blur 14 with an 11-month resub. Wubba lubba sub. Doot doot.
And thanks for 651 bits from Foxmar320, Earth and One, and A's an Insect.
Hubba hubba zoot zoot.
Doot doot.
Nom nom.
So a couple notes. Thandras, I should have said thanks, Andres. Thandras. And that was actually a fascinating story about the number 47, but I was sort of digesting it, so it sort of seemed a little dismissive, and I was like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
From Mangled Pixel.
My comment on...
Also, did Mangled Pixel get that thing I sent him?
Yes.
Okay.
My comment on 44, the 44 month, that's 4 11s, and that's terrible. That's the, Lex Luthor has stolen 40 pies. That's as many as 4 10s, and that's terrible. From the, like, hostess, like the DC heroes and villains to help you figure out how to count thing.
Also, as somebody mentioned in the chat from Zyme86's sub welcome, I'm pretty sure positivism and positivity are different things.
I think so too. Is positivism like
we're unceasing in both.
Sure.
It was 40 cakes, gee.
Oh, cakes, not pies. Damn it.
Why would Lex Luthor want pies?
Graham got the meme wrong, and that's terrible.
I'm so hungry.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Luckily, we have this horse.
I've been up since very early, and I've had a chunk of garlic sausage for food, because I'm a degenerate filth human.
Yay.
It just was like 3 inches,
Goblins.
good enough. And now it's 3. Oh, that's why I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
I've barely eaten any. Oh, I have had 3 cups of coffee. 3 cups of coffee and 3 inches of garlic sausage. It's fucking breakfast of champions. It's the lunch of heroes. It's the dinner of abstract thinkers. It's the midnight snack of extremely awake people.
I like food that you can say how much you ate just by the number, just by like a length measurement.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
You don't say like I ate 2 inches of pizza, but
well, you
sausage
do say I
again,
ate 12 inches of hoagie though.
That's why they made fruit by the foot.
I don't think they did.
Like 2 meters of macaroni. Actually, that seems
like too much.
A yard of
macaroni.
A yard of macaroni. How much macaroni, like spaghetti, do you think you normally eat in like a nice plate of spaghetti?
Oh,
like
lot.
A yard and a half?
Like if they were laid end to end?
Yeah.
Way more than a yard.
We should do that as a Living Ready Live challenge.
We should.
Eat 100 feet of spaghetti.
Like one strand of spaghetti is like a foot.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Good point.
Anyway,
let's go get the food thing happening.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining
11 foot-pounds of spaghetti.
Please use a clean floor. We'd be boiling it, though. So, like, you just lay it out around, like, a track. You lay an entire track's worth, like 400 meters of spaghetti.
Yeah.
And then you rinse it off and boil it up.
You have someone crouch down by the corner of the table, line up against their mouth, and you just push. Thanks for joining us. Tonight on Tinker Tailor Solder Fry, Ian's going to be fucking about with a turntable. So, let's hope that goes well. And tomorrow, Corey and maybe Beach are playing Tacoma.
Yay.
On New Day Tuesday. And then one more with PUBG in the evening. And then probably other stuff on Wednesday. Goodbye.